This week, I want to talk about, is it anxiety or your intuition talking? Some people think they're intuitive, but they're not. It's just catastrophic, creative thoughts coming up. And I want you to be able to tell the difference between your real intuition and just your anxiety or stress or whatever else is running the show. Hey, I'm Eloise Ansell. I'm an intuitive healer based in the UK. Hi, welcome back. I have been using my intuition probably all my life in some capacity, but professionally for over 17 years now. So I teach people to structure their intuition, open their intuition. Well, you can never really open it, it's already open, but explore it and help you make your intuition your best friend. So if you like that kind of stuff, stick around, hit subscribe. But today I want to talk about the difference between anxiety and intuition, because is it your intuition speaking, or is it something else? Is it your brain just being creative and going to worst case scenario and going, don't do that? Or is it your intuition softly telling you what to do? Our anxiety is often quite noisy and it kind of comes more from the head, whereas our intuition is softer and tends to come from the body. So we can start to, just explaining that, start to notice when your intuition is talking to you and notice how it feels, the quality of it, where it comes from. For me, intuition is very quick, like it'll just turn up, but there's no like emotion attached to it. It's just a fact or some information or a nudge. It doesn't come with all this kind of doom and gloom and catastrophe attached to it. So when we think about anxiety, we tend to think about panic. It's feels tight. It might feel urgent, demanding. Like it's got this energy to it. Now we're all wired differently, so you kind of need to know how you're wired and pay attention to it. But for me, like if anxiety comes up or there's some like stress or like my body's going, oh, don't go to that party because, I'm using an example, but don't go to that party because something bad's going to happen. Is it coming with this tightness? Is it coming with these feelings? Is it coming with this? Because that's probably your anxiety talking. If it's your intuition, it's going to be softer. It's going to be in the body. Going to feel quite grounded, neutral, steady. And it's just going to be that feeling of, maybe I should stay home tonight. And you might not know why. Whereas your anxiety will probably give you 100 reasons. Like our intuition just kind of whispers to us. It's like sometimes when I'm walking home late at night on my own, which, sometimes I miss a bus and there isn't a bus for 40 minutes and I'm like, oh, I'll just walk. And if it's not raining or anything, I will quite often walk home late at night. But I will ask my intuition, which way shall I go? Shall I go the main road? Shall I go by the back road? Because sometimes the back road might be safer than the main road. I will tune in and ask. And then as I'm walking, sometimes I just feel this gentle hand on my back just pushing me. And I'm like, okay, I'll walk a bit faster. There's no sense of panic, there's no sense of stress, there's just this feeling of this hand on my back, and I'm like, okay, we'll just quicken the pace a little bit. I've never had any trouble because I've probably never been in the right spot. But if we were tuning into our anxiety for, this, it'd be looking at every shadow and stressing out. Our intuition just kind of gently guides us. It's just got this space to it. It's got this openness to it. Whereas anxiety kind of grabs you and goes, do something now. It's got a completely different quality to it. And so we need to pay attention to these differences and learn when it's us overreacting and the nervous system just being in stress, when it genuinely is our intuition. If it feels like a gentle nudge, it's your intuition. If it feels like alarm bells are going off, it's probably your anxiety. So, as I said, intuition tends to sit lower in the body. Your intuition is in your body, it's not in your head, it's not thinking. Whereas anxiety and stress, that kind of energy will come more from the head. It'll come from the upper body. You'll feel it up here. So your intuition will probably come from the heart, the gut. It'll feel soft. It's got a kind of knowing sensation to it. It's like you already knew the information. Whereas your anxiety will probably come from the throat. It'll be shallow breath, racing thoughts. There'll just be this to it. So we can really tell the difference between them. And as I said, you need to understand you. You need to pay attention to what's going in your body when you get these intuitive nudges, because it might not be your intuition. So the best question is to ask, where is it coming from? What does it feel like? And just begin to become aware of the difference. You kind of need to experience both to genuinely get that knowledge of what is what. Now, if there's a sense of urgency to something, it's probably your anxiety. Like, my intuition will come up and tell me something, but it's just like a fact. It's like something's going on now. It's that gentle hand or that knowledge in my ear, and it feels calm. It feels like there's all the time in the world, there's space, but it's telling me something in the real time about this moment. Whereas our anxiety will feel more like you've got to do this now or you're going to get eaten by wolves. Like, it'll start throwing this story and drama at you. So it's also time based because our intuition is very in the moment. It's like my intuition will tell me things that are going to happen now or things I need to be aware of now. Whereas anxiety can be very past, assess, this happened in the past, so it's going to happen again. Or it's very future focused. It's not really present in the moment. It's based on your past experiences or your past fears about the future. It's time bound. Whereas your intuition is really going to be telling you what you need to know in this moment, probably about this moment. So I've shared this story a few times, so you may have heard it before, but it's a classic time. It's a time when I ignored my intuition, but it's a classic example. I got in my car and I was driving. I had about an hour and a quarter to drive to my clinic that I was working at the time. And I got into my car and I started driving down the road, and I had a choice. I could turn right and left and go to the traffic lights to meet the main road, or I could go to the end of the road and turn right onto the main road, which was a little bit trickier. So I hadn't been living there in the area very long, so I was still kind of working out, the options. I got in the car and I started driving, and I heard in my ear, as clear as day, turn right, it'll be safer. I just carried on straight to the end of the road, and then someone hit my car. So it was hit and run. They drove off. Luckily, my car was quite battered at the time. It was not my old one. And it didn't do too much damage to mine. Like, yeah, but theirs was worse off. But they drove off. So I reported it. I pulled over, reported it, and carried on my way. So I was very lucky. But in that moment, I was like, wow, my intuition gave me the information in the moment. I needed to know about it. Makes for a great story that I ignored it. So if I had listened, I wouldn't know that it was right. So me ignoring it makes for a good story. But it was very time bound. Like in that moment, I needed to hear it. There was no trauma and drama. There was no anxiety and stress to it. It was just a fact. If you turn right, it'll be safer. So our intuition tends to talk to us in this present moment, what we need to know in this moment. And there's no trauma and drama. There's no feelings attached to it. Whereas when we're coming from anxiety, there's a lot of feeling, there's a lot of trauma, there's a lot of drama attached to it. And it's probably going to have this future worries, past worry kind of energy to it. So, how do you tell the difference in the moment while you're learning to assess this? One of the easiest ways, and when you hear things, is just to pause, close your eyes, take some deep breaths. And if it's your intuition that's been talking to you, it's probably going to feel nice and calm. If it's your anxiety, your heart's going to start racing, you're going to start getting stressed, and it'll kind of escalate a little bit. So you can tell the difference if you just pause and be with it. If it's got emotion attached to it, it probably is anxiety talking. You're being creative. It's not your intuition giving you a fact. So we've never been trained to use our intuition, which is why I offer a lot of stuff around intuition, because we need to kind of get to know it. It's like a friend that we've ignored for years. We need to bring it out and work with our intuition. We need to kind of learn how our intuition works because you're all different. And we never got taught this. So don't blame yourself when you miss a message, when you can't quite tell the difference. You have to learn to work out the difference between it. So you've got to play with it. You've got to keep working with this. You've got to explore it. You've got to get feedback. And when you get it wrong, you get really clear feedback. So it helps you know that next time I get that sensation or that quality in my body, I know it's my intuition. Next time I get that, it's probably my anxiety. So we need to explore. So don't beat yourself up if you feel like, oh, I can't do this. This is really hard. Keep trying, keep playing with it, and you'll get really quickly, you will learn from your mistakes and you'll be on your road to having great intuition. So, if you want to dive deeper into intuition, I'm celebrating 10 years of Intuition Talks. So, if you want my amazing 8-week course on intuition, find out some details below. And if you want something small, I've got some options there as well. But if you want to stick around and find out more and talk about intuition more and talk about your dream life, come and check out my Dream Life membership. And we hang out, talk about creating a future that we would love. Not everyone else's future, your future. What would you love to have in your life? Clearing the blocks to get there. And a lot of this is going to be led by our intuition. So if you want to tap into it, come and play a bit more. If you just want to look at intuition, I'll put some links below for you to check some stuff out. But play with your intuition, explore it. If you have got a lot of anxiety going on, find a way of calming yourself down so that you can really be present with your intuition. I've got tools and tricks for that as well. And once you get into that space where you can listen to your intuition, it's going to guide you, and life just gets richer. Just this feeling, this quality of more space, more ease, and it's just more fun. If you've got any questions, put them below, and I look forward to catching up with you next week. Take care. Lots of love. Bye.